All right, guys, so welcome to today's video where I get to switch things up a little bit. Instead of hosting a kayak fishing tournament, I get to fish in one. Hey, are you fishing in that NAKA kayak tournament? Here we go. All right, first fish of the day. Not a big one, but we're on the board. He's only 13, but there's number 3. Need about a 25-incher, and we'll call it good. All right, got a limit. I'm gonna get this guy loaded, and now it's time to upgrade. Oh yeah. This is my kayak. Get yourself one. Fish on. Yeah. Oh my God. Look at that tank. That's a toad, brother. Golly. All right, so before we jump into today's video, I gotta say this. I was really excited when my buddy Joe Drowns from Yak and Grass called me and says, hey man, if you're free this weekend, NAKA or North Alabama Kayak Anglers is hosting a tournament on Wheeler. Wheeler's one of my favorite lakes. I hadn't been over there much to start the season off, but I knew this backwater spot, and if it was on, it was gonna be good. But before we jump into the video, I gotta say this. I'd barely been on the water for 30, maybe 45 minutes. I get a FaceTime call from my son, Austin. I missed the initial call. I called him back. He was smiling from ear to ear. It was opening morning of turkey season in Tennessee. So let's check out that moment real quick, because it was pretty special. All right, guys, so I'm out here fishing this tournament. Get a missed call from Austin, and then FaceTime him, and the boy is on the board within the first hour. Put it back on the turkey, Austin. Hold it up. Hold the turkey up. I'm getting it on camera. Look at that. The boy is on the board right out the gate.
Opening morning.
Opening morning. So now go ahead and tag out early in this week so you can come down here and help me with the HQ. All right, so after getting that FaceTime from Austin and then him texting me a few pictures, it added a little bit of wind to my sails. But honestly, for the couple of days leading up to the event, I had something going on with my stomach. Made sure that I had some dude wipes in the kayak with me, and you know, just being honest with you guys, twice during the event I had to hit the bank. I had to take care of business. I kind of gutted it out because I really wanted to get that 5-fish limit, but by 11:30, 11:45, there was just something wrong. So I paddled back. I was in a really remote area. I had driven in before dark. It was one of them places you kind of had to have 4-wheel drive to get into, and yeah, so I got out of there. I actually had to hit the woods one more time between there and making it to Walmart, but I made it to Walmart, got myself some Imodium AD. You know, big thank you to Dude Wipes for saving the day during this event. Wish I could have done better, but I did get that 5-fish limit. It felt good. You know, watching the Tourney X leaderboard throughout the course of the day, it was cool to see the folks from NAKA and how they run the event. Nate and the team over there do a great job, and so it was fun. And I'm going to share some tips with you guys along the way. So hope you enjoy the video, and do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and leave a comment in the comment section, because it helps us, you know, beat the algorithm when they don't want to promote content like us knuckleheads out there. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video, and like I said, don't forget to smash that thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section. All right, guys, so one of my favorite things about fishing tournaments is the stuff that you learn along the way. The post-event analysis, where you say to yourself, man, if I would have just done this, or if I'd have just done that a little sooner. You know, first and foremost, I didn't really plan. I had a stomach problem going on that if I had just gotten some Imodium, I would have got about twice as much fishing time. But I'll say this, for the fishing time that I did have, I fished this Mini Max chatterbait, and I have so much confidence in this bait, and I have such a tendency to overfish power fishing presentations that I probably stuck with this. No, not probably. I definitely stuck with this too long. So I want to give you this information before you watch the video, so you can be thinking about it ahead of time. And also, if you're watching this video, you kind of get the value up front. During your peak feeding times, these moving baits are great, but once they stop hitting the moving baits, and again, I have a tendency to do the same thing, to want to be throwing and reeling and burning and churning, especially during the tournament, because you think, I'm going to put my lure in front of more fish, better chance of catching fish, more active fish are going to hit it. But I slowed down and I went to one of my go-tos, and my two primary go-tos for creature baits is either going to be the Destroyer from Missile, or the D-Bomb, or the baby version of both of those. And the Destroyer is basically kind of an oversized creature bait. The baby is more along the lines of what you're normally looking at. And then the D-Bomb is just that standard crawfish, beaver style bait that looks a lot like a lot of things. It could be a crawfish, it could be a brim, you know, it could be a bluegill, it could be a lot of different things. But the thing that I caught the most fish on, or the better fish and the upgrades when I really needed them, is this Destroyer. And all I really did is rig it with the lightest weight that I could get away with. In this case, it was an 1/8 ounce tungsten bullet weight. I used a Mustad grip pin hook. I really like these grip pin hooks because when you rig it, when you bring that little thing through right there, that little holder, and you flip it around, it really catches that bait and you get a lot more mileage out of it. And then I was just taking the hook, going through the body, texposing it on the opposite side, skipping or hopping this thing up into a pocket, and just basically letting it sit. You know, as soon as it hit the bottom, I just let it lay there. Every now and then I'd give it a scoot and just let it sit. So I was dead sticking this thing. And just the movement on the appendages from the currents in the water, the fish swimming up to it, what have you, really creates a lot of action. That weight holds the bait down. These things just kind of move around. The fish swims up to it. It looks real. It tastes real. It satisfies all their senses. So if there's one adjustment that I really wish I had made in this video, is I wish I had slowed down sooner. I wish I'd have paid a little bit more attention. I did catch my 5 fish, and I had to cut my day short because I kept having to hit the woods with the old dude wipes. But had a great day on the water, had a good time. Got to thank the folks at NAKA for putting on an awesome event. But anyway, so we're going to jump into this video where power fishing works out until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, you should switch to the old creature bait. It's going to put a lot of fish in the boat, especially once those crawfish are out of the ground and those brim are starting to move in for the brim spawn, bluegill spawn. Slow it down and put it right where the fish are. You're going to get a lot more fish after they stop blowing up on the top and they stop being really aggressive. Wish I'd made that adjustment sooner. Hey, are you fishing in that NAKA kayak tournament? Dude, I was hoping to have like 5 fish by now. I ain't even got a bump, even on I drug a Cinco for 20 minutes. Yeah, they should be actually spawning with this temperature. I figured it'd be a lot warmer than this. Here we go. All right, got the first one on the board. We on the board, boys and girls. Nah, he's probably about 16. We'll find out momentarily. I'd say 16, maybe 16 and a quarter. He's only 15 and 3/4. He was almost just 0. All right, first fish of the day, 15 and 3/4, but we are on the board. Here we go. You know what's better than catching a fish first thing in a tournament? It's catching it right in front of Mike when he ain't caught a fish yet. Fish number 2, not a big one, but we're on the board with 2. He not big enough. He's only 13, but there's number 3. So So need 2 fish to get a limit. We gotta start making a decision about making a move or going down with the ship. Number 4. Number 4, that one's a 15-incher. I need 3 more like this and to upgrade my 12 and 13, and then I need about a 25-incher, and we'll call it good. Well, that's number 5, so we got a limit. Let's get this guy measured and back in the water. All right, got a limit. We'll get this guy loaded, and now it's time to upgrade.